You know, guys, I never hide my age. You know that. I proudly state that I'm double nickel. I'm 55 years old. And luckily, there's a lot of guys that, a lot of girls say, oh, it's fantastic, Rosie. And I think it points up the thing that you can be transgender at any age and as long as you like and as beautifully as you like. You can be a T-girl and live your life full time as a woman. And for me, it's been one of the most wonderful things in my life to totally experience life as a different gender. And yet, in your little mind there, you used to be a boy, you used to be a boy, you used to have that, yeah, well, you still have that. Our little secret. But a lot of girls write me and, because I am age 55 and they say, Rosie, you look really well preserved. I mean, sometimes when people say you're well preserved, I always think of being laid out in a funeral home in the big pine box. Like, oh, wow, she's so wonderfully preserved. But, a couple of people say, what are the secrets to looking really young and being young when you're transgender? It's lunacy, Rosie. The boss thinks you have ADD because you can't sit still. You go in the kitchen every morning, 200 straight days, and you're jumping around and chooching in there, putting on music and rocking, and you do upload you go to cow games, you hang out at frat parties, the guys dig. You apply to Hooters. I could have worked there if I wanted to. But what is the secret? I'm going to tell you a couple secrets. The first thing is, in terms of makeup and stuff like that, when you're doing makeup and things, less is really more when it comes to makeup. It's very easy when you get the idea that I can put on makeup, I can make my eyes super fantastic and super accentuated and, enhance my lips with cosmetics and makeups and things. But there can reach a point where you overdo, and you have to be aware if you're missing the natural look of a female for the unnatural look of what I call the drag shows and things like that. You really have to be moderate when you put on makeup, and it should be the kind of thing that you don't sweat and worry about it for a half hour to an hour. It should be something that you should be able to get your face on in about 5 minutes or less, in my opinion. Okay? Just my opinion about things. Try to be as natural as possible when you do makeup. The second thing for keeping fresh looking skin, I don't have perfect skin, like any teenager. I had my acne and things, and but the thing is, you want to keep your face looking fresh and things, and you want to try to not get a lot of wrinkles and things. One key is never, ever, ever sleep in your makeup. This should be, I know so many girls that do it because at the end of the day they get tired. They still think like a guy in some ways, like, screw it, I'm tired, I'm going to bed, I'm just, I'll take a shower in the morning. They did a study that was featured on John Tesh's radio show a couple weeks ago, and they studied like women that did not wash off their makeup at night. And they did a study like women that kept it on for they'd get up in the morning and reapply, but at the end of the day, they wouldn't thoroughly remove their makeup. They might shower or something like that, but they didn't worry about, taking off makeup. And they found after 3 months or something like that, that the women's skin had literally visually aged them about 10 years. Okay, think about that. 10 years, ladies, makes Rosie 65, Social Security time. Okay, you want to preserve your skin, the beauty of the way you are. You do not want to leave your makeup on. Now, of course, after they started washing and taking care of the skin, a good bit of reversion occurred back to their normal age and things. But when you put makeup on and you leave it on, you're building up layers of foundation. that are blocking the skin, and the skin is one of the biggest organs in the body with pores and breathing apparatus and all that. When you start blocking that up, you're not allowing for the free exchange of air and carbon dioxide and oxygen flow. You're really doing yourself a disservice. The third thing, okay, and you know this from me, there's a big difference between me sitting here. I want to talk to you, girl. That and the Rosie that you know and love that's always jumping around and smiling. I see so many girls that are so dead serious in their pursuit and in their channels. I'm not talking about you be the Joker, and things like that. I'm talking about smile. There's few people in the world that don't look wonderful when they smile. It's one of the greatest cues that you can have. In being a human being, it radiates beauty to other people. There was an actor, Ernest Borgnine, who played Commander McHale on McHale's Navy. He won an Oscar for his role in Marty. And Ernest Borgnine always considered himself the ugliest person in the world, but when he smiled, he always carried the day, and he was always smiling, whatever he did, and he always had the good-looking girls around and everything else. I'm telling you guys, take a page out of my book. Smile, be bubbly, be upbeat, and you've automatically shaved 10 years off of your life. Attitude, smiling, makeup, it's all part and parcel. Going easy on the makeup, it's all part and parcel of passing and being the beautiful T-girl that you are, or that you want to be. Thanks for watching.